What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going through game week 25 in the Premier League. Starting off in West London, Brentford against Liverpool. I thought Liverpool win 2-1, then it winning 4-1. Brentford actually started the game fairly well and then just completely forgot how to defend. A couple of the Liverpool goals have been easily prevented. But despite a fantastic performance from Liverpool, there was very bad news for them because Jones and Jota both got injured. Nunes was forced off at half-time as a precaution. Salah came on and got a goal and an assist. He played very well on his return to the team. Tony should have had a pen at 3-0, but it didn't really matter. Also, Nunes' finish was really good. Him and Haaland swapped over for this game week, man, I swear, because Haaland was terrible. We'll get on to him later, but yeah, brilliant finish from Nunes. Burnley against Arsenal. I mean, Burnley were terrible. Arsenal, what a performance yet again. 5-0 winners. That's now 11 goals in their last 2 games, and that's also 21 goals in their last 5 games in the Premier League, which is just unbelievable considering how they were struggling to score goals earlier in the season. Saka scored in his 4th consecutive Premier League game for the first time in his career. He also got 2 in this game and 2 in the last game, so that's 4 goals in 2 games for him. Odegaard once again, man, was just really good. When Odegaard plays like this, it's really hard to stop Arsenal because he can just do a bit of everything. He can have a shot himself, he can create a good chance, his passing is very good, his first touch is brilliant, and he'll drop deep to pick up the ball as well. He's just a really good player. Fulham against Aston Villa, I predicted a 1-1 draw. Villa won 2-1, Watkins scored 2 goals, so he is hopefully back now from an FPL team at least. Pau Torres also returned for Villa for the first time this calendar year, but the 2 goals that Villa did score were both just horrible mistakes from Fulham. They only have themselves to blame. Villa were very dominant in that first half, but in the second half, it sort of shifted. Fulham took a bit of control and they had a couple chances that they probably will kick themselves for not scoring. Muniz scored a nice goal yet again, 4 goals in 3 games for him now. Genuinely, I think they'll be disappointed that they lost this, but the first half was just not good enough for them and they can't keep making mistakes like they have been. Newcastle against Bournemouth, I predicted a 3-1 Newcastle win, ended in 2-2 draw, which means Eddie Howe has still never beaten Bournemouth since leaving them in 2020. It also means Newcastle have gone 4 home Premier League games without a win. It means Bournemouth have gone 6 games without a win. Bournemouth probably will feel like they should have won the game. They had the better chances. Solanke had 2 golden opportunities that he probably should have scored. He did score 1 and got an assist, but he could have had a lot more. Semenyo's goal was really nice. Miley I thought was really good for Newcastle yet again, mainly his defensive work. They made a lot of tackles and interceptions in this game, which is something that I feel like people don't really attribute to him, but he's an all-round midfielder, man. What a player. And on the Newcastle penalty, I think it was really stupid that it was given. Yes, Shaw was having a shout called, and if that was it, clear penalty, but he was offside. So even if he had connected with the ball, he would have been offside, which means the goal wouldn't have counted. Why is it a penalty? I just can't understand that. Nottingham Forest beat West Ham 2-0. I predicted 2-1. But I mean, West Ham, I don't know why I keep predicting them to score goals without Paquetá in the team because they are atrocious without him. Their only real chance in this game was when Antonio ran into the box with the ball and Murillo tackled him, literally. And without Areola in that goal, it could have been 4 or 5. But Awoniyi is back for Forest now. Really good player, man. His goal was brilliant. His first touch to just get the ball away from Agüero and the way he finished it, top class. Elanga once again had a very good game, probably should have scored. There was a situation where Forest should have had a penalty as well. But David Moyes is so delusional. He said it was a close Premier League game, and it just wasn't. I don't know what he was watching to think that was close. The West Ham fans are right to want him gone. You know, they're obviously grateful for what he did, the fact that he got them the first trophy in such a long time, and they'll always have those memories. But this team should not be playing football as bad as they are. They've got good players in that team. Tottenham Hotspur against Wolves, I thought Tottenham would win 3-2, they ended up losing 2-1. They were completely outclassed in this game, once again, like they were at Molineux earlier in the season. Vicario had to pull off a number of very good saves to keep it respectable. João Gomez scored 2 goals, one of them from a corner. The guy's like 5'9", how is he winning a header? Kulusevski's goal was really good though, straight away in the second half. You know, the way he took that was brilliant. Just not made the keeper as well. But Gary O'Neill deserves so much credit, man. He's completely outclassed Postecoglou in this game. He should have got Manager of the Year last year, and I think given how he's performed so far this season, he should probably be the front runner this year, but he probably won't get it because the Premier League doesn't really consider anyone other than the big 6. Manchester City against Chelsea ended 1-1. I thought it was going to be 4-1 to Man City. Once again, Chelsea actually performed well against a good team. I don't understand how they're so bad against all the teams around them. But when they play against one of the big dogs, they're just very good. Had so many counter-attacking opportunities, especially in the first half and the start of the second half. They could have been 4-0 up. And Jackson had a chance he should have scored. Fernandes took the ball off Jackson for another one that he could have scored. Sterling could have scored another goal as well. Like, Pochettino threw the game by parking the bus. Chelsea would have won if they'd continued doing what they were doing. Disasi turned into prime Maldini in this game after getting absolutely dominated by Mateta the game before. Haaland was terrible. He had a few chances that he really should have scored. There was a clear header, there was a volley from a counter-attack, from a Foden cross. He was absolutely horrendous in this game. And of course, it's the week that everyone triple captained him that he's this bad. I just so disappointed in him, man. Edison was very good in this game, as was Cole Palmer for Chelsea, played some really nice passes, but his defensive work rate was excellent. You know, he never let Gusto go one-on-one against Doku. He was always there to help him. And when he went off, Fernandes also took over that role and did it very well. But I think Manchester City should have had 2 penalties in this game. First one was Walker, where, I mean, it was a bit of like coming together with Sterling, but I think he was very smart putting his foot in front of Sterling, who then ran into it and kicked him, so that should be a penalty. And then there was also a handball at the end of the game. It was a bit unlucky. It was like he didn't really know where the ball was, but he hit the ball like twice, and he was also pulling, I think, Rodri's shirt. How is that not a penalty? Sheffield United against Brighton. I just can't be arsed, man. I predicted them to win. I predicted Sheffield United to win, and they lost 5-0. Now, I do just want to say, a big part of that is because of Mason Holgate. What an idiot, what a clown, man. The challenge he put in on Matoma was absolutely disgusting. He could have killed him. Literally could have broken his leg, he could have ended his career. The ball was on the floor and he goes and kicks him on his knee, like flying in at him as well. There was no intention to win the ball. He was definitely an agent sent by Everton to send Sheffield United down, even though, I mean, they're probably not going to be competing with each other for that last relegation play. Sheffield United are pretty much down already, but just awful from him, man. And when I also saw No Archer in the team sheet for Sheffield United, I knew they'd lost because he is just so good. And yeah, without him, they're very poor. I don't have too much else to say about this game. Brighton did what you'd expect them to do. They were so dominant. Both wingers were fantastic. Buonanotte scored again, my boy, come on. They defended well as well. Didn't really let Sheffield United have too many chances. Luton Town against Manchester United. What a game this was. I predicted a 2-1 Man United win. It was a 2-1 Man United win. Boylan scored twice in 6 minutes, but United could have been 4-0 up within the first 10 because Rashford had 2 chances he really should have done better with. And then after that, Luton scored after 40 minutes with the first attack of the game, and for the rest of the first half, it was pretty much Luton that dominated. They created quite a lot of opportunities. Unfortunately for them, their shots just went off target. They weren't forcing it on into too many saves, but at the same time, Casemiro should have been sent off. He was on a yellow card, and it was a really poor challenge from him. He escapes another red card. He got subbed off at half-time because it was quite clear he was becoming a liability. And in the second half, Man United had a few big chances. Fernandes and Garnacho both had one-on-ones with the keeper where they tried to round him like Højlund did, but they were thwarted by a defender. Speaking of Højlund, 7 goals and 2 assists in his last 6 games. What a fucking player he is, man. I can't believe how good he's been. He's feeding off scraps still as well. He's getting 1 or 2 chances a game and he's putting them away. This is abnormal. And I do want to give Rashford some credit in this game because I don't rate him at all, but his defensive work rate was so much better in this game. If he keeps doing this, I will slowly not hate him. In so many games this season, they've conceded because he isn't helping his fullback. In this game, it was nothing like that. He continually went back and he continually helped out the defenders. But in more negative news for Man United, Luke Shaw has been injured for what will likely be the rest of the season. He may come back towards the end. It puts his Euros hopes in a lot of doubt. Hopefully he recovers quickly because he's a really good defender when he is on it and when he's fit. Everton against Crystal Palace, I predicted 2-0 Everton winning 1-1. Everton would have won this really comfortably if they had a competent striker up front. Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored 3 goals from a 9.0 XG this season. How? You're a striker. How do you have that bad? Oh my god, man. It's unbelievable. Literally, some of the chances he had in this game are beautiful crosses. It's what he wants. And he just can't, he's just so bad. Literally, if they had Archer up there, yeah, they wouldn't even be thinking of relegation, even with the 10 point deduction and with another one potentially coming. They would still be so far clear of that. But Mateta for Palace was very good and his hold-up play was phenomenal. He dealt with Bramford pretty well on the whole. And his assist for Ayu's goal was just an absolute rocket, man. No one's stopping that. Brilliant goal from him. I keep forgetting that he has that ability in his locker. Everton did equalise late on through my boy, Amadou Onana. What a player he is. Hopefully we'll see him starting again soon. Manchester City against Brentford, I predicted a 4-1 City win. Ended up being a 1-0 City win. Brentford defended really well. Man City did find it hard to unlock that defence without Kevin De Bruyne in the team. He was left on the bench because Guardiola said he had a few niggles, so he didn't want to risk him. And it proved to be the right choice because Man City did end up winning. Haaland finally scored against Brentford. He's now scored against every team he's played against in the Premier League. They did have chances though, City. Like Bernardo Silva had a big chance that he headed wide. Had a couple others as well. Foden had a couple, but yeah, on the whole, I mean, Brentford did pretty well, and yeah, City did well to end up getting that breakthrough though. And Liverpool against Luton, I predicted 3-0 Liverpool win. Ended up being a 4-1 win, so technically I got it right because the goal difference was right. But yeah, first half, Liverpool were really dominant, but they just were horrendous in front of goal. Diaz had 2 chances which he had to score, but he didn't, and Luton scored from a counter-attack. They actually looked a bit threatening on that, especially in the first half. But in the second half, Liverpool just turned it up, and they were already really dominant in the first half. In the second half, they turned that into goals. The atmosphere seemed a lot better in the second half as well. I'm assuming because it was a Wednesday night game and because Klopp's leaving, there was a lot less tourists, so there was actual Scousers there. And you could definitely tell because the atmosphere throughout the last couple of years there has been horrendous, but this game was world class and it was really good. And they did this without Nunes and without Salah as well. Both weren't even in the team for this game, which is a bit of a worry because are they going to be fit for that Carabao Cup final? I don't know. Scored 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes, 10 minutes off the break, and then they ended it off really well and they deserved the win. That's what I thought of the game. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you soon for another video.